So, yes, I'm going to stream. Okay, so that was one last setting that I've just changed, and I think we've got it all sorted out. So, hey everyone, how are you tonight? I see some smiles now in my chat bar, so I think we've got everything live and streaming. I'm just going to open up my chat window so I can see what everyone's got to say. And hello. So, today we're going to draw and chat. So what's everyone up to? I was just playing the piano this evening, and it says the live event will begin in a few moments. I think maybe we've got some lag, and I think maybe, yes, Kristen says it started. Excellent. I thought so. Okay, so smiles now in my chat bar, so I think I'm getting some feedback happening in my own ears right now. So open up my chat window so I can see what everyone's got to say. I'm gonna mute my feed so that I don't have to hear myself talk. That was crazy. I was talking and hearing myself talk all at the same time. So, hi everyone. Sorry for the 6-minute delay, but I was having some technical problems. I'm still a little bit new at this whole live streaming thing. You have to set up your camera, you have to set up your streaming software, you have to get the streaming software to communicate with YouTube, and then it all works. So, we're here now. It's awesome. And I hope you brought your paper and pencils with you tonight, because you know that we're going to do some drawing and some chatting, and hope everyone's doing well. I did some Christmas shopping today. Anybody else get some shopping done? It's lots of fun. All right, so today I'm thinking about emojis. I did say hi to Kristen, but I said it before I was online. So I'm just going to grab some images here. I was thinking that we might draw some, oh, look, metronome. It was good to have a metronome app when you're playing the piano. And I'm just going to bring up some pictures of some emojis. I see Samantha is here, and Miranda, and Kristen, and Jocelyn, and Chic, or Chick, and Emily, who's playing her clarinet, and Melanie G. All kinds of girls are here tonight. Oh, Matthew is here. Hi, Matthew. Kristen says she has a question. Go ahead. What's your question, Kristen? I think I said hi to Emily. Of course I did. I said hi to all you guys. It's nice to see you waiting for me. I'm sorry I was late. Sometimes that happens. You just never know. Okay, so I was thinking we would draw emojis tonight. What do you guys think about that? Have you got a favorite emoji? And I did say hi to Matthew. Kristen says make easy stuff. I think emojis are easy. That's what I'm going to do. Easy emojis. So we're going to do a couple things. One of the things is we're going to learn to draw better circles, because circles are hard to draw. So that's one thing we're going to do. And then we're going to use circles to draw some emojis. So I was doodling the other day, and I doodled all these emojis in my doodle book. And I was doodling some Christmassy things the other day. And I was doodling some random space alien creatures. Boy, there's lots of people here tonight. Excellent. I see the Boss King 174 is here. Beanie Boo Girl 8 is here. Christian Flores is here. And Juan Coffee is here. This is awesome. Lots of people are joining me. Oh, look, it's February 28. I'm good, thanks. Have I got everyone? Luis is here. And Trisha is here, and Monica is here. Oh my gosh. I'm losing track of how many people are here. Plenty of people. All right. So, are you guys ready to draw? I hope so. All right. So, right on. I always feel a little bit scattered when this first gets started, because I have so many things to keep track of. So the wink emoji I see is something that Carly likes. And I guess Samantha watched my emoji video, my time-lapse emoji video. She said she loved that video. I have another time-lapse coming out. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Are you ready? All right. Sneak peek at another time-lapse video coming out very soon. It's going to be this one. I did all kinds of kawaii monsters and critters. So I'm going to do that in time lapse as soon as I get the editing done. It takes a long time to draw and an even longer time to edit. Crazy. So we were talking about circles during the last live stream, and I was talking about how they're hard to draw, and they are. So when I draw a circle, if I'm just doing a freehand and I have no help at all, sometimes what I do, because it's not right the first time, is I just keep making circles over and over again until I see a circle in the shape there, and then I could trace that one. And then sometimes I actually have something I could trace, so you could use something like this. Just put it on your paper and then trace around it. And then you could just make a nice easy circle by going all the way around. And of course it should be pretty perfect that way. And I picked up a couple of other round circular things here before getting started tonight, because you could do all kinds of different circle shapes. Lots more people joining here. I see Monica loves my Minecraft doodles, and Samantha thinks that I have cute drawings, and Cheyenne is here. It's not Chick at all, it's Cheyenne. And so if you wanted to make a circle inside something, it's actually easier than going around the outside. So you could just make a circle inside a roll of masking tape. Or if you wanted a smaller circle, you could use a roll of electrical tape and just make a circle around the inside of that. So, well, that one didn't work very well. You have to keep the pressure on the outside of your of the piece of cardboard all the way around, just like that. So what you can do is, to practice making freehand circles, is you could trace a bunch of these circles using your electrical tape, and then you could use something else to draw, to trace around it. I'm still checking some live stream questions here. It's hard to do both. I wonder how people do this, especially with so many people. So Kristen said she started drawing again because of me, and that's pretty awesome. I'm glad that I inspired someone to draw again. And oh, look, there's Dodoli is back again. Hi there. And someone's asking me if I have a favorite doodle and what my favorite Christmas drawing is. And I'm going to think about those questions while I demonstrate what I'm going to do with these circles. So after you've drawn all of the circles on your paper, you could use these to practice the circle shape with your hand, because making a circle is all about balancing the hand as it goes around the shape. So you could practice trying to stay on the circle that you drew, and in fact, going faster is better than going slower. If you go too slow, you will end up making it sort of wobbly around the edges, and if you stay a little faster, you can stay on the circle a little better. But honestly, I've been drawing for a really long time, and I'm still not very good at circles, because maybe I don't practice enough, or because they're just hard. But, you know, everyone says, I can't draw a circle, and it is hard, for sure. So, that's my rant about circles. Now, I know there's a couple of other ways you can draw circles, and I'm going to just show you one here. I'm going to make sure I have room to turn my paper. What you can do, oh, there's Kylie. Kylie is here. Hello, Kylie. And Catherine has arrived. And Anthony is here. And Beanie Boo Girl 8. Did I say hi to you yet? This is great. So another thing you can do to draw a circle is you can turn your paper. Like you can make like an anchor with your knuckle like this, and you could just turn your paper around like this while your pencil is touching your paper. Are you ready for this? Watch. So you just gently touch your paper on your pencil on your paper, and then while you hold your knuckle in one place, you just turn your paper around, except that it's hitting something. If you didn't have it hitting something, it would work. And you see, I ended up back where I started. And if you wanted to make a smaller circle, you could just balance it around something closer, like your knuckle, like right in here. So all you have to do is balance your knuckle I didn't say hi to Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. Just balance your knuckle and then turn your paper around your knuckle so that you can make a perfect circle. Of course, I keep hitting something with my paper. But this is a way, if you don't have anything to trace and you want to make a reasonably perfect circle, you can do that. So that's some tips on making circles. And I'm doing this circle, spending lots of time talking about circles because we're going to make emojis and a lot of them are circles. So Melanie's asking if I use regular pencils or sketching pencils, and there is a difference. So when I'm doing tutorials, I try to use regular materials, things you have around the house. So I use regular pencils because I know you have those. Sketching pencils look like this. And sketching pencils come in a whole range of softness and hardness, and I use these when I'm doing realistic drawings because some of them, like the bees, are easier to smudge, and then the others, as they go up through the H's, they get harder. So like a 4H is harder than a 3H, and an HB is kind of right in the middle, heading towards the bees again. So I do use sketch pencils, but I don't use them when I'm doing tutorials. And I usually don't do them, usually don't use sketch pencils unless I'm doing realistic art. Yeah, there's a really long answer to a very short question. So I've got a bunch more comments. And I'm glad you're back. Look at, oh, there's a lot of emojis there. Yes, we're definitely going to have to draw some of those. I do have some more Shopkins coming, Jennifer. I have Candy Cane Twist and, what's the other one? I think I have Candy Apple. Did I do that one yet? So all together, look, let me show you some recent drawings I've done. I have drawn the Elf on a Shelf. That one tutorial is already live on YouTube. I have the Candy Cane Twist Shopkin. This one is not live on YouTube yet, but it will be soon. I have Candy Apple. I think this one went live, maybe not, tomorrow, I think. I have Penny Pencil. I think you've seen that one. I did some Christmas cards. Let's see, what else have I done lately? Lots of Christmas cards. I did this one. I think this one is coming soon. Recently uploaded, and I also did the Captain America logo. This is all pretty recent stuff. So I'm gonna get started on some emoji drawing, since that's what I said I would do. But we're doing lots of chatting. And could I draw a cat if I haven't already? I have drawn a cat. And I love the Elf on a Shelf too. He's pretty crazy, isn't he? Gets into lots of mischief. If you have an elf on a shelf, what is his name? Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't even know that show, video game, whatever that is. So, you know, maybe I could try it sometime. I'll look it up and then I'll get back to you on that. How's that sound? Is it Anthony that keeps asking me for that? Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, so someone's getting paper and pencil. Excellent, Juwan. Glad you were getting ready to join us. And I'm deciding which emoji to draw first. So I know lots of people like the one where it looks like it's crying. Let's see if I can find it. So happy they're crying. Where's that one? This one here. All right, this is the emoji that I'm going to draw. So to make a perfect circle, you could do it lots of ways. I'm going to do the way where you trace around the outside of something. So, nice, perfect circle. And it kind of does matter with emojis that the circles are as perfect as you can get them, because they really are quite round in real life. And when I did this doodle, I did it all freehand, so it's not perfect, but that's okay. So when you draw these guys, you have to really look at the way the proportions are on the doodles, on the emoji. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw a line that sort of goes halfway through the emoji, like directly across the middle. So if you were looking at this emoji again, if you look directly across the middle of this, that's where the eyes are. So, you know, you normally think of eyes being higher up, but no, not in this emoji. So they're exactly pretty much exactly halfway up. And then if you think of this is down the middle, we're going to put these eyes just like this. So they're equal distance from the middle, and they come out to the side like this. And so that's the top arch of this eye. Now the bottom is just got a little curve, and then it's just gonna come up and then back down. Both of those, same thing. So this part is colored in with kind of a brownish color. Yeah, nothing too exciting there. And I see Celia is here, or Silla, or Cia Hernandez. I don't know if I said it right. Julie Ramirez, Luis Rosales, Samantha Miramontes. Those are some really good Spanish sounding names. I started learning Spanish. Julie wants me to do the poop emoji. I was thinking about that earlier, to be honest. Maybe I will. We'll see. Okay, so now there's a big smile for this emoji, but you can't see the whole thing because the tears are going to be in the way. But the mouth is really big at the bottom here, so it's like the shape of a watermelon slice. And then the teeth are going to come down like this into the mouth. But then from the eyeballs, there's these big teardrop shapes that are going to come down from the corners of the eyes. So we're just going to draw big teardrop shapes coming down from the corners of the eyes. And then we're going to make the eyebrows, and they're just going to come up like this, little sausages on each side. All right, so that's the basic like outline of this whole emoji. And then I did say hello to Christian Flores. This is another good Spanish sounding name. Hablas español? Quiere que saber. ¿Quién habla español? Aquí. I just hit my keyboard and I typed a whole bunch of Ks. 63 Ks? I don't know. Here, I'll hit enter. Is it not entering? Oh, I have 83 extra characters. So let me get rid of some Ks. Will it take it? Yeah, that's what I did. Okay, so here I go. I'm just using yellow, and I'm going to do an outline of this circle that I drew. And I'm going to stop when I get to the blue section, because I'm drawing this very beautiful emoji. And then I'm going to Yurizipina. Okay, I can't even say that. Habla español. And the Boss King aquí. Bueno. And now I'm going to draw the eyebrows. I'm using a brown now to draw in the facial features of this emoji, because these guys have brown as the main color for the shadowy sections. And I'm going to also draw blue outline for the tears, just like this. And I'm doing them in this order so that I don't end up with color where I didn't mean to have it. And so coloring in brown, just like this. Okay. All right, Anthony says his is coming out really well. And Christian Flores also speaks Spanish. Bueno. Estudio español. And how would I say this? No tengo un profesora, estudio solo. Con el internet y los libros. Y tengo una amiga español. Y nosotros hablamos consigo. No, juntos. Okay, enough Spanish. But nice to see that there's lots of Spanish people here. Okay, so now I've got the outlines done, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to erase, and then I'm going to switch over to some colored pencils, because the really cool thing about emojis is that they look three-dimensional, and the best way to do that is by adding layers of color. So if you have drawn your outlines, you can erase the pencil marks, and then you can fix all this stuff after. So Luis says he speaks really good Spanish. I'm happy to hear that. I wish I did too. Okay, reaching for colored pencils. Reaching. I got this box of colored pencils at my local art store. There's a lot of colors. And Matthew's from Chile. Hola desde Canada. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm learning, so I'm doing my best. Okay, so I've got all these colors now, and I'm going to use a yellow inside and an orange around the edges, and I'm going to use some blues to color in the tears, and that might be enough. We'll see. All right. Okay, so just take your time, and we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to start off by coloring in the teardrops, and so I'm just going to shade the whole thing lightly with my lightest blue, and then I'll be able to go back over it and darken it up in places. Isabella Ramirez is here. I don't think I said hello to you yet. And Emmanuel Beltran is here. Yes, thank you, Samantha. My Spanish will get better when I practice more. Practicing is important, just like art. You have to practice to get better. Okay, so I've got a little bit of blue on this whole thing. So now I'm going to get a darker blue, and I'm going to do around my edges, and I'm going to shade it in towards the center. So there's going to be a section in here where it's not going to get any darker at all, but down here, I'm just going to shade this in a bit. And I wonder how many people are here. Can someone tell me? I bet it says on the actual stream, but I can't tell. Maybe you guys can tell me. All you helpful people. There's probably a way. Oh, hi Carly, and Emily is here, and Miss Kitty Cat Sierra. Nice to see you guys. Everyone who gets here, I hope you pop in and say hello, because I don't know if you're just watching, if you don't actually also comment. The commenting is how I can tell you're here. Yes, 4 under siblings under 12, and it's hard to keep your coloring supplies to yourself. I can understand that. But, you know, we like to share. Sharing's good. Alright, so now this is sort of, I colored in with 2 different blues in the teardrops. So now I'm going to color in the yellow for the main part of the face. So I've got yellow and orange, and I'm just going to start off with a really light yellow over the whole thing, because that will give me a yellow background, and then I'm going to add more color to deepen it. Now I'm being careful not to go over the tears, because I don't want it to turn green, and we do all know that yellow and blue makes green. Or if we didn't, we would find out quickly. Alright, there's a nice coat. And now we have more people. We have Trisha and Elizabeth. Nice. And Fotis Jr. Hello. And Miss Tara Lynn D. Hello. Nice to see you all. There's so many people here. Alright, so I've got orange now, and what I'm going to do with orange is I'm going to darken up the edge of this emoji, and I'm going to shade in towards the middle, but just very, very lightly, because I don't want it to be too dark. I'm also messing up my circle, because, you know, I'm good at messing things up too. So a little bit more orange at the very edge, like so. And then, yeah, who is drawing? Someone said, anyone drawing? Emily wants to know. You guys answer her. So now I'm going to draw just a little bit. I wish there wasn't lag, because you don't hear what I'm saying until quite a bit later. And then I'm commenting on things you asked a while ago. So it's hard to have a conversation because we end up with this bit of lag in between. Alright, so I'm darkening up the edges now of this emoji. I'm just adding a little bit of orange. Faint, so faint. I'm trying hard not to press, because if I press too hard, it's going to be some serious orange color coming out here. And I don't want it to be too dark. It'd be nice if YouTube would read these comments to me, because obviously I'm busy drawing. My eyes have to look at my paper when I do this. So it'd be really great if YouTube could, like, in my ear, could read out loud all the comments that are being... I need a helper. That's what I need to recruit one of you to come to my house and sit beside me and read out the comments. How does that sound? Would that be a good job for someone? Alright, so now I'm back to yellow. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over the orange that I just did, but now I'm going to press a little harder, but just on that section that I did in the orange. So as you can see now, it's sort of blending the orange and the yellow together, and it's making a really more solid looking color through here. Just like that. Loza Charlie wants to know how I get so good at shading and what are some tips. Well, I got good at shading the same way I got good at everything else. You can guess what that is. Lots of practice and mistakes, trial and error, because, you know, we make mistakes. But some tips on shading are to start with your lightest color. So that's what I did when I got started here. I really started with just yellow, because up here there is a quite yellow highlight. Now this emoji is more orange than you think when you're done. Like if you colored the whole thing just yellow, you wouldn't be happy with it. So I left this just a really light yellow, and then for this part here I'm adding a little more, like I'm just layering the color over the color. I think that's the secret. So now I do see that I want it to be more orange here in the middle, and again I'm just going so faintly with these color pencils, because if I go too darkly, it'll first of all I'll have lines. So I'm hardly touching, like if you see there, it's just hardly touching the paper. And so as I do this, I'm careful not to press too hard, and then as you add more color you can decide. You can't really take it off very easily, so it's really best to just go easy. And the other secret is to look to see what colors are actually there. So you might think you're seeing yellow, but you're really seeing orange. And so really scrutinize, and even like hold up your color to the actual thing and see if it looks like the color that you're trying to get. So it's going to look different on the paper than it looks on your color pencil, but the darkest color you could possibly get by pressing is going to be quite close to this. But then there's so many different variations that you can get just by using less pressure. And so that is my tip of the day. Ooh, I thought I had yellow. So I started pressing pretty hard right there. I thought I was holding yellow. Darn it. Okay, so better switch to yellow. And lapis lazuli. Hey, that's cool. Lapis lazuli is a fun name for a user. I play Minecraft, and my Minecraft username is Lapis Lisa. So I think that was cool. It reminded me of my Minecraft character. So I use markers a lot when I'm coloring, and I use Crayola Super Tips. And they came in a pack of 48 or 52, and there's a lot of colors. That's what I like about it. There's like 5 or 6 blues and 5 or 6 yellows, pinks. Like there's so many varieties of the same color that you can easily get. Lots of choice. Alright, so I feel like I'm just about done this emoji. I think I've drawn it as much as you can draw it. And except I could blend out these tears a little bit with some more blue. The trick here is almost, okay, here's another trick. If you have a white color pencil, it's good for blending. Hey Joshua, nice to see you. All kinds of people are here. Miss Kitty Cat Sierra, hello. And so yeah, you can use a you can use a white color pencil to blend, because it sort of squishes everything around while you color over the tops of other colors. So even though it doesn't really color white on white paper, it can give you a blended effect without adding more color to the colors you've already put down. That's a tip. Okay, I think I'm going to add some color pencil, brown, into the eye area. And these color pencils are awesome because there's so many colors, so I have to just pick the right brown to do this job. I'm thinking it's this one, but it could be a slightly darker brown. Let's see what else I have here. Do I have paintbrush markers? That's what Jocelyn is asking right now, and I don't have brush markers. I have watercolor brush pens that I use for painting with my watercolors, but I don't have brush tip markers. I have like 2. I shouldn't say I don't have any, I just don't have very many. I don't have a whole set of them. I'm not really a fan. Everyone has different favorites. Okay, so I'm just going to darken up the edges of this eye a little bit, just at the top and in the corners, just to give it some 3-dimension. Because that's the thing about emojis. They look 3D, and the reason that they do is because of shading. Alright, checking the feed here. Jennifer's going to go. Bye-bye. And Toy Boy Gamer 127. Okay, maybe I'll see you sometime on Minecraft. You never know. Oh my gosh, everyone's sharing their Minecraft usernames. That's awesome. Alright. So I'm not doing a face reveal today. I know a lot of people want to see what I look like, but it's very awkward to do a face reveal when your camera is over your head. So not today. Maybe sometime though. I'm not saying I won't. Just saying not right now. How's that for an answer? Alright, so darker at the top. This is going to really help. Look at that. See? Look at that. Just that small difference makes it look so much more like the emoji. Just along the edges of the teeth here, making it darker brown. It's really popping out the 3D effect. And then just down along this edge here, one little line of brown. And then you can just shade in there too. Alright, so that is the crying happy emoji. And I am soon going to do another emoji. Which one? And I'm trying to find the end of the comments here. Alright, Emily is back. Hi, Emily. Alright, so there's one emoji. And maybe I will do... Which one? Heart eyes? Sunglasses dude? I like that one. That's one of my faves. Maybe that's the one I'll do. Let's see, there's a few here. There's like the sunglasses smile. What is this face? Is that scared face? I don't know. I like the shading in this heart. This is pretty cool. Ashley Franklin is asking when my next live chat is because she was late for this one. And I'm not exactly sure. I haven't scheduled the next one, but we're going to be here for another 20 minutes or so, so you're good to go for now. And Crystal Allen is back. Hey, Crystal, nice to see you. Jenna Pittman is here. She wants to know my favorite thing to draw. Do the laughing cat with tears. Cat with tears, really? There's a laughing cat with tears. There's the poop emoji and the sunglasses dude. I like both of those. Alright, let me look for the poop emoji. You have to look at emojis when you draw them, because if you're not actually looking at them, you're not really going to get it right. Because the proportions are extremely important. Alright, this is lots of the poops. Lots of them. This one has a face. And I'm just going to have another quick scan here to find the best one to look at. So many pictures. So many pictures. I can't believe I'm searching for this. You guys. You're crazy. Pile of poo emoji. Alright, there they all are. So, I'm just going to grab one here. A live chat once a week. I think it's a great idea. If I could get people to come regularly, I think I would do a live chat once a week. But I'm just not sure what the best schedule would be. So we'd have to figure that out. All of us together. Okay, I'm doing the most popular requested emoji at this moment, which is the pile of poop. So I'm sorry if you're offended by this choice of emojis, but I'll try to do it quickly. And so basically what I do first is I look at the shape of something and I see it's kind of a triangle. So I'm going to draw a triangle. And so the triangle has to look roughly like the thing. If I drew a triangle like this, that would not be good. If I drew a triangle like this, that would not be good. So I'm trying to draw a triangle that matches the basic shape of this emoji. So basically that's what it's shaped like. Now I'm going to start doing the edges. So when I look at this, can you see it? I'm just going to check my screen here. Sorry for the back and forth. You can't really see it. There's a glare. I'm going to angle it better. So maybe there's no glare. So when I look at this, the first thing I do is I just look at all these details. So there's like the tip and a bump and a bump and a bump and a bump. So there's 3 main bumps and then there's this top bit. Same thing on this side. There's 3 main bumps and then a top bit. And what you're going to see is they're not always equal. So this one is about the same as this one, and it takes up about this bottom third. And then this next one takes up this much. But then this last one, it's kind of angled this way, so that the last one can be angled that way. All right, so that's pretty much how that goes. And now, oh, Cupcake Craver is back. Hello. I see, did I say hi to Kylie yet? Mr. Emerald, I didn't say hello to you yet. And 2 girls in a world, nice to see you. Joshua Hill wants me to do a live chat on Christmas Eve. I wonder how many people would be busy with their family on Christmas Eve and wouldn't come to my live chat. Then I would be lonely. And how would that be? I'm sure people are busy with some family things on Christmas Eve. I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay, so now that I've sort of divided up this triangle, I'm going to start to draw the layers. This kind of reminds me of an ice cream. I never know why that is. And I'm going to make it a little bit narrower because I feel like that triangle is going to end up making the whole thing just a little too wide at the bottom. So, see that? I just drew this little C at the bottom. And so that little C is going to come up. And then it's gonna get fainter on the inside, and it's coming up toward the bottom of this line. So there I go, just a fainter line up. Now that leaves me this section to do. So it's gonna bump out here, and it's gonna meet back here. So here I go, bumping out and meeting back, just like that. And so now I can do the next bump. So from here, I'm just gonna make a little backward C that meets here. Same thing on this side, just a little C that meets here. And then we're going to do the same thing we just did, which is swirl from this one up to this one. So just a bit of a... I'm pretending this is ice cream, by the way. It looks like somebody made the top of an ice cream cone. And then we're going to have this little bump here. This one comes into the triangle a bit more. And then we have this last bump on this side over here. And same thing, we're just going to swirl across until we get to this one. Okay, so now we're at the top bit, so I'm just going to do this bumping out, so it's like a little swirl and it caps off like this. Then we go around the top and then we meet in here. Okay, so that's, woo, I'm not happy with this. No, not happy. It's not enough room, is it? So I'm going to adjust on this side to make it a little chubbier at the top. It looks too pointy. All right. So Joshua thinks I wouldn't be lonely on Christmas Eve if I came to a live chat here with myself. Alright, so that's better. See, already that looks better. And then this one can bump out from here. That's better. That's even better. What do you guys think about this crazy choice of emojis? Alright, so I'm going to now get my marker out. No, I better do the eyes first. Okay, this is going to be easy. The smile, see how these 2 lines at the top are higher than the mouth, but not much? I'm just going to make the mouth this high, and it's a super easy like crescent shape. And I'm reading the comments here. I live in the east coast of Canada, Emily, and Cheyenne was just saying It was originally an ice cream. Well, that's good. Because that's what it looks like, and I'd rather. Ashley wants to know if I learned by taking classes or just by myself. I did learn by myself. And looking. Two girls in a world said it's not too pointy. Well, it was a little too pointy, but it's better now. Mrs. Tara Lynn D wants to know what drawing paper I use. I use all different kinds of drawing paper. And right now I'm just actually using paper that you would put in your printer if you wanted to print something. Because when I do tutorials, I want to use just things you have around the house. I don't want you to think you have to go out and buy special supplies. That wouldn't be good. And so sometimes I use sketch paper. So I just picked up a new sketch pad, this one here. It's just, it's a Canson sketch. This one I haven't used yet. It's just empty. So this is nice because it's a little thicker than regular paper, so the weight doesn't bleed through as easily when you're marking with heavier things. And then my Take Everywhere sketch pad that I kind of drag around with me, this Fabriano. I use this for all sorts of things, but it's just sketch paper, really. It's not fancy. You can use any kind of paper, whatever you have. As long as you have paper, you're good to go. All right, so now we're going to do the poop emoji. We need his eyes. And so we've got the mouth. We don't want it to be this wide. So I looked away and I looked back and then I saw the problem. So when I go to make the eyes here, this one practically touches right here. It's like this big oval shape. And then the other one practically touches here, and it's a big oval shape. And again, I'm just floating these on. I always do this in tutorials. Some people complain about it because they can't see my lines, but I want to make sure that everything's proportioned right. And I could just, you know, do the lines, and then it would be pretty good or fine, but I want to teach you how to do it. That's kind of the whole point. And if I just showed you what lines to make, and that yours don't look good, then you're going to be disappointed, and you won't be happy with your result. But if you do these sketch lines first, it always helps put everything more clearly on your page so that you can make adjustments before it's too late. Now I'm doing the oval eyes just like this, and the inside of the eye as well. So the best way to get good at drawing is to draw a lot, but you know, what you're really doing, everyone can hold a pencil and everyone can make a line. What you're really doing is trying to increase the coordination that you have, and also to teach your eye how to correct your hand. Okay, so I'm looking like this is probably enough lines to make. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a brown marker. This one's probably not as dark as I'd like it to be, but I can always go back over it after. I'm just going to go around the outside edges of this so that I can start erasing the extra lines that I don't need anymore. Yeah, this is definitely not dark enough, but that's okay because this is just the getting started level. And then we have these swoops across as well. So here we go, swooping and swooping. And I think I'm actually going to trace around the eye with brown as well, like this. And then inside, like this. And then I'm going to get out black. So I have to find it. Finding the black. So you could use black Sharpie. I'm just going to use the black marker that came with this set. Again, they're Crayola Super Tips. And look how many you get. You get like 48 or 52 or some very large number. So now I'm going to do the inside of the eyeballs. I always like to be super careful at the point when I'm doing the marker part, because you really can't erase marker. Okay, so I'm good to erase my pencil marks now. I have my rainbow eraser. This one I got at the dollar store. It's a pretty good eraser for not much money. As long as they're good and rubbery, they erase off the paper nicely. Okay, it's time to think about shading. This doesn't look very good, but it's gonna. I know it is. I just have to get some browns going and some darker outlines, and it's going to be awesome. So sometimes people give up too soon. They go, oh, mine is terrible. It looks awful. So I'm looking for browns now that are going to look good with this piece of art. And this is not a good color. It's very red. And this one's too light, although it's better than the other one. And this one is very good. So I'm going to stick with this one, and yeah, I'm going to try those ones and see how I get with this. And I'm actually going to need gray because there's white with shading in it, and I have a white here somewhere. White. I have a gray. There we go. Cloud gray. So now I'm going to start to shade this in. I'm just going to put a really light brown on first, just to have some highlights, so that there's something behind the darker brown. I did draw the crying laughing emoji. Someone came in late. Craft 101 love. If you rewind this, you can see the crying laughing emoji tutorial live stream chit chat. That did happen about 20 minutes ago. Alright, so this is all much too light, but that's okay because we're putting in the lightest levels right now so that we can darken them up. So this is just a really light brown coming through the whole thing. And then when I look at the actual emoji, I can see that it's the top edges of all of these swirls that are the lightest, and then it gets darker just above these lines. So it's darker coming from the bottom. So this section down here is all darker. I keep saying it, darker. It's darker. I'm saying it louder. Okay, so I'm being careful not to darken up the toppest edge, the very top edge here. I say the weirdest things. I make up words. My apologies. Hopefully you don't try to learn English from me, because you'll end up saying funny things. Just learn to draw from me. Just learn how to figure out how to draw. Because really, that's what we all do. Okay, so now I need darker browns. So I've got this other brown, which is really quite the color I'm looking for. And I'm going to start off by just shading in the bottom of all of this and leaving that top edge untouched by this dark brown. Completely untouched. Lucas Bricks. Hey, Lucas is here. I saw Lucas just the other day. Lucas has a YouTube channel. I wonder if you knew that. He isn't called Lucas Bricks for nothing. You should check it out. All right. He has a YouTube channel where he does Lego reviews, and he even does giveaways. So if you want giveaways, Lucas Bricks is your man. And so, yes, I'm drawing an chocolate ice cream emoji. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. You can call it what you like. Chocolate ice cream emoji. All right. Hello Kitty is here. Just got here. I got lots of people turning. Minions will be forever. That's a good name. And I have a Jean Gaines. And I can't tell what that emoji is because YouTube makes them look funny. Sorry about that. Talking and drawing goes really slow. I like the Love Eyes one. It's possible that I will do that one. See how much time we have. I'm just being really slow because I'm trying to talk while I draw. Trying to chat with you all while I'm doing this. That's the whole point, right? The whole point is to talk to you. Because I could just draw, you could watch, talk to each other, but I'd rather that we can all participate. So it means that I'm not getting my drawing done very quickly, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm adding color here. I'm trying to get the right balance of dark and light color. I'm not sure I'm liking this brown. I'm not sure I'm liking this whole picture, to be honest. I think I could be happier with it, but that's okay. I need a dark brown for the edge. That's really dark. Wonder if I have a not quite that dark brown. I like that one better. Okay, so I'm going to go around this outside edge again. Just thickening up this line and making it darker. I think I'll probably like it better already. The color was really bad. Really inadequate. I still don't really like the shape. I feel like it's too thin. It's not big enough around the edges here. Sometimes you can fix that. After you've drawn it, you can sort of darken things up a little bit and thicken them up. And then you end up with a nicer shape because you've made your line thicker and darker all at the same time. Alright, getting better. Okay, so now I need to keep coloring because it's not dark enough, the brown inside here. So I'm going to keep adding more color, darkening it up. And again, that's the secret with shading, is just to really not do too much at a time. Craft Hay 101 Love would like to know what is my favorite food. Guess I have a few favorites. One of my favorites is sushi. I really like sushi. And another favorite is chocolate cake. Love chocolate cake. And another favorite is pizza. Pizza's good. I also like salmon. Salmon is tasty. See, I have a lot of favorites. I don't have one favorite, but I do like all those things. And at Christmas time, I like shortbread cookies, and I like gingerbread houses. Probably gonna make one of those pretty soon. And alright, so I'm adding more color to this. Still not convinced that I like it, but it's getting better. Getting better. The darker the brown is, the more I like it. Ashley Franklin just ate chocolate cake, and Kristen Stoller likes salmon as well. Clear Force Gaming is here! Nice to see you. Alright, getting darker. It's getting browner. I think I won't like this brown until it's as brown as the brown marker on the inside, so I might just need to crack out some marker, put that over the top of this color pencil. Sometimes you just can't get as dark as you want to, no matter how hard you try. But I'm determined to do my best with this marker, with this color pencil. Craft Hay Love 101 wants to know if I've ever had a macaroon. I've had a few kinds of macaroons. I've had the kind where like it's this got filling in the middle, and it's like two puffy layers of a deliciousness with some cream in the middle. I've had that kind of macaroon, and it's a macaron. It's a French thing. And I've also had the kind where it's like a pile of chocolate and coconut all together, where it's like this gooey mass. And I've also had the kind that you buy in the store. It's like, it looks like a Hershey Kiss, but it's got little bits in it. So yes, I've had a macaroon. 3 kinds. I have had 3 kinds of macaroons. Okay, I've added lots of shading to this. And Joshua Hill says, Lucas Bricks, do you have a YouTube channel? Yes, Lucas Bricks has a YouTube channel. You can click on his name and find his channel. Alright, this is getting better. I'm liking this better. So now I just have to make sure that my highlights are not too light, because after all, the whole thing is supposed to be brown. But I didn't want them to be too dark either, so I didn't want to get to them too soon. Alright, looking good. I think what I need to do is add some shadows in the eyes and the mouth, and then I might call it done. But yes, shading on emojis is the secret to making them look the way you hoped. If they're not shaded very well, they don't end up looking like you hoped. What's my favorite color? My favorite color is purple. And this emoji is taking a very long time. A very long time. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to gray. I've got cloud gray, and I'm just going to add some shadows inside the eyeballs, just at the very tops, like this. Just at the very tops. And then around the mouth as well, just at the very top. Like so. Okay. I don't think I can color this any more than I have, but I might just add a little bit more brown around the edge here. Just to add it, just to make it pop a little bit more. Just to add that tiny bit more three-dimensionality to it. Three-dimensionality. That's quite a word. I'm trying to make a really fine line here, which always ends up being tricky. And I might just darken up these lines too. I think I need to. This line here, and this line here, and this line here. Alright. That one's done. I'm calling it done. I hope you like it. I think the eyes are awkward, but otherwise reasonably happy. I do still want to color it though. I still want to add more brown in here. Probably the problem is I'm using the wrong brown. I just haven't found the right brown to try adding more color into it. But I really have to stop. It's like addictive. I'm addicted to coloring this emoji. Put the color pencil down. All right. Okay. Oh, Valentina Canongo is here. Hello. And Carly Coasters is here. Yuridi Pina is here. Wants to know, why did I get to start drawing? Well, when I was little, I used to love to draw. I still do. Okay, so we've done 2 emojis. We've been here almost an hour. It was late, so I'm going to keep going a tiny bit later. We drew the crying happy emoji. We drew the chocolate ice cream emoji. And now we're going to draw another one. And let's see. Which one will we do next? I have not decided. There's so many. Oh, happy face eyes. Smart heart eyes. This one we'll do next. This one also requires careful shading in order for it to be beautiful. So we need it to be a circle. There's many ways to do a circle. If you don't have anything to trace, you just make lots of circles till you find a circle in the pile of circles. Or you can make sure you have enough room that your paper can turn in a whole circle all the way around itself, like this. And you can put your knuckle on the page. I want to make a really small one here. See? Whoosh, that's way too small. You put something from your hand that's not going to move on the page, and you hold your pencil, and you go around it. So I'm going to try using my knuckle, and I'm just going to go all the way around. So my paper can turn, yay. So just putting my pencil down on the paper, and turning the paper around my knuckle, doing my best job to not move anything. Oh, worked. Okay, there's a nice perfect circle. And someone is asking me, what is my son's YouTube name? Emily. My son does have a YouTube channel, and he's a Minecrafter. So he does some tutorials and a few other things for Minecraft, and his name is NateMo, N8 M-O. Okay, so I drew the circle, but I can see this through my paper. I don't like that, so I'm gonna erase this one that I drew on the back. So it's gonna distract me if I can see it through. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna draw the smile happy. And so when we look at this, again, I look to see where everything's lining up. And so these eyes are higher than the middle. And so I'm going to draw 2 lines going across here. I'm going to draw one that stops the top, lower, one there that stops the top of the hearts. So I'm trying to draw a line that's kind of right at the top. And then I'll draw another one at the bottom, which is going to be around here. And then the mouth is going to fill in this area. And then I could draw a line right down the middle, and that will help me keep everything centered. So over here is where I'm going to make the heart eyes. So I'm going to use this whole space right here for one heart. And sometimes what I'll do also is make a diagonal like this, because I see that the hearts are not straight up and down, they're kind of leaning in. So this diagonal line is too diagonal, but sort of that's the idea, is to make a line here. That's going to be the center of the heart, and I could do another one over here. That's the other center. This makes no sense, but you're going to see it in a second. I'm trying to draw a line that would go like right through the center of those hearts. And then, let me see here. What's going on? Alright, so I'm going to start this one and then see what I think. So putting my pencil in the center of the heart on this line, I'm going to make it bow out like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing from here to finish the heart. Something like that. Yes. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other eye. So I've got this diagonal line, and I'm just going to put my pencil down and come in till we get two hearts. So they should be as equal as possible. That's the other thing that's tricky about emojis, is that they're perfectly symmetrical. I'm looking at feed to see. Can I stream on Twitch? Well, I can, but I don't. Good night, Lapis Lazuli, and I will post the next live stream. Hey, what's a good way to get in touch with you guys? That's for Emily. What's the best way to let you know that I have another live stream coming? I've mentioned it in some videos. Do we use Google Plus? Do we use Facebook? Do we use Twitter? Like, I'm on those things. I use Instagram. Like, what's a really good way to reach you? I have a mailing list on my website. You could sign up for an email. I don't even know. What's the best way to make sure people don't miss it? You'd have to just check for news. I wish there was like a place to post news about your YouTube channel. I'm just gonna pop a link in here. Getting something for, okay, copy link address. This is my son's YouTube channel. I just commented it because then you'll find it. Okay, so I have drawn the basics of this little emoji, but this is just the beginning. Now the important thing is the shading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the outline of the eyes in a bit of a brown color, because they actually are not red all the way around. They have this dark edge of almost burgundy brown. So that's going to be the line that will keep me coloring properly. I'll do the same thing on this other eye. And there. And I might use the same brown just inside the mouth here as well, because there's a dark brown shadow in here. Now that's the extent, the end of the brown usage for now. I'm going to do the outline in yellow marker, but I'm going to end up with some orange color pencil. I'm going to shade this the same way I shaded the last one. So right now I'm being super careful with marker to trace this circle that I drew. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to erase a little bit of this now so I can see what I'm doing. It's always tricky to work around so many sketch lines. And Samantha Miramontes says she saw my son's YouTube channel. That's cool. He would be happy. If you like it. You don't have to like it. That's the great thing. We can all have different opinions. Okay, so I'm erasing some of my sketch. I have to get all of these sketch marks off before I color with my color pencils, because I can't erase later. Once I'm on to coloring, there'll be no way to erase any of this. So I'm going to do, sorry for the wiggles. My camera is mounted above my table, and so everything's gonna wiggle here. Okay, so it's now 10:38 my time, which is 9:38 Eastern time, which is 8:38 in, what would that be? Central? Mountain? I don't even know. Where's Mountain? Pacific? It's not Pacific. Okay, so now coloring and shading. First things first, let's shade the emoji with yellow, but not the eyes and not the mouth. I see more people are here. Grant Sweeney, hello Grant, nice to see you. And Gerline Atwal is here. Just arrived. Noah is here. Let me see. Kolkos. I don't even know. I think I got you all. Yuritsi Pina. Something like that. Oh, right. So here we go. Coloring yellow over the whole thing. And it's just a nice light yellow, just a faint background of yellow. Now moving on to orange. And a mountain area, it is 7:39. See, we all have different times. The sun takes its time getting around the earth. We all have different times. Okay, so to do the shading on this, I'm looking to see where the shadows come from, and they come from the edges of the eyes here. And they come right up to darken up this edge of the face. And so all of this is going to be darker than the center. So just, I'm right now coloring super faintly with my orange because I'm going to blend it with my yellow after I have applied it. So I'm just applying a very faint coat of orange, and this is going to make its way all the way around the entire circle. Valentina Kanongo draws all over her homework. I used to do that too. I don't have homework anymore. This is one of the nice things about being a grown-up. No homework. Right. Oh, I see someone I didn't say hi to. Solavi Seng and Sehar Kareshi. Hello to both of you. And it's 8:41 in Nebraska. Nice. What time zone is Nebraska? Is that central? I don't even know. I don't live in your country. But I do know that there's lots of time zones. Alright, so I'm putting a faint amount of orange over this whole facial area. Over the facial, except not in the forehead region. Just faint bits of orange all through here. And then I'm going to switch to yellow again, and I'm going to color this another coat. And I'm just darkening this up. So, what do you guys think so far? This outside shading looking pretty good. The orange is blending nicely with the yellow. It's darkening up. And I'm trying to follow my own tips, which is to not put too much color on at once. Just nice and light. The sun doesn't go around the earth. Aha! I said that wrong. Thank you. The earth goes around the sun. But we feel like it's going around us. Don't take your science lessons from me today, apparently, either. Just learn to draw. No vocabulary lessons and no science lessons. Thank you for correcting us. Who is that? I want to give proper Gian Kagolit. Now I can't even say your name. Gian Kaguitla. Something like this. Thank you. All right. So, getting more orange on here, darkening things up. There's even a hint of a brown in this. So if you were going to be brave, you could grab this brown and just add a little bit to this outside line. Just to really bring out the edges of this emoji. And now, I think since I have the brown in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and do the mouth. So just again, faintly at first, nice faint layer of brown. And this one's kind of a brightish brown, and I'm going to switch to a darker brown for these edges. And I need a browner brown. Does that make sense? So these ones are kind of reddish. This is better. So just a bit of a brownish brown around the edge. Just like this. Hey, I see someone from Manitoba. Jocelyn, another Canadian. Alright, so I'm going to use my color with white trick again here just to blend these browns a little bit more. And then I'm going to grab that first light brown that I had. I think this is it. Yep. And add a little bit more color to this. That's pretty good. Liking that. Okay, on to the eyes. Now I need reds. So I'm going to grab my pile of color pencils again. And do I live in America? Grant Sweeney wants to know. I do. I live in North America. But I don't live in the country, United States of America. But I am some kind of American. A North American. I live north of America, in North America. Okay, this is a really good base red for the eyes, so I'm just going to color a really light red on here first, because that's going to establish the overall color. Modern player, hello, and Angela Musser. Nice to see new people joining into the chat. And my favorite thing to do other than draw is probably play the piano. I think that's my second favorite thing to do. So now I'm adding more red here, trying not to be too crazy with the darkness, because I'm actually going to blend this with some brown at the edges. So if I get the red too dark, it's hard to add the blending. So I stopped when it was just a bit dark, and now I'm going to find the brown that I want by coloring around the edges. Okay, so just going to put a little bit of brown here around the edge of the eyes, and then I'm going to shade the brown also around the edge, just faintly, all the way around. Someone's asking what my favorite movie is. I don't really have one. I don't watch a lot of movies. I like Elf at Christmas time, though. That's my favorite Christmas movie. I haven't seen it yet this year. I think it's very funny. I think it's very funny that he grew up in the North Pole with Santa. He didn't know he was not an elf, even though he was so big. I'm not going to say anything else, because if you have never seen Elf, I don't want to give it away. You could laugh for yourself for the very first time you see it. Alright, so here we go. I'm still drawing this smiley face emoji with heart eyes. And it's just about done. I think I need to darken up the face a little bit. I'm just going to switch to brown for this. So just browning up my orangey yellow spots. Oh, I see someone else new. Echo Merks. Hello. Nice to see you. Bye, Josh. See you later. I said hello to Hello Kitty already. And I think I've said hello to everyone. Oh, Jalyn Miletics. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for commenting. What did she say? What is my favorite thing to draw in the holidays? Oh, I love to draw Christmas trees and Santa Claus and candy canes and holly. Oh, that's my favorite thing. The easiest thing I like to draw at Christmas time is holly berries. So I'll just draw like, I'll demonstrate in a moment because they're super easy to draw. Trying to blend this, but it's not working. Keeps making it look like eyebrows. Sometimes you can blend with your finger also. You don't always need to use another color. So I'm just trying to make this a very light bit of orange there. And now I'll switch back to yellow. Okay, this one's just about done too. There's lots of shading in emojis. Lots of shading. But you can only go so far before you start to feel like you've really just drawn till you couldn't draw anymore. I'm just going to darken up the edges with this with my marker. And soon we're going to be out of time. I always seem to go later than I expected to. It's getting pretty late here. And so I'm just going to finish up this little dude, and then I'm going to show you my super easy holly berries. And my favorite thing to draw in general is always different. I don't always like the same thing. Changes. It's kind of like my favorite food. I don't have favorite anything. I don't have a favorite movie. I don't have really favorite food. I do have a favorite color. It's purple. It hasn't always been purple, though. It was other colors when I was younger. Okay, that's it. That's my heart face emoji. So now I'm going to show you how to draw my super fun and easy Christmas holly berries. So I'm going to get 2 colors. I'm going to have red and I'm going to have green. I got 4 greens. Okay, so all you need to do to draw holly berries is make a circle. And you can make 3 circles. Okay, so this is going to be the berries. And then you can make little reflections in them. So I'm just going to draw little moons that I'm not going to color. I'm going to leave those not colored in. And then I'm going to color in the rest because they're a little shiny. Not doing, this is a really quick draw, so I'm not doing a really great job on this, but you get the idea. So there's the 3 berries. Now I'm going to draw 3 leaves coming from the berries. So first I'll make 1 here, and then I'll make 1 here, I'll make 1 here, and I'm not done. It's not this terrible. What you need to do is, I see Valentina Canongo would like to do the elf on a shelf snowflakes. I did a tutorial on that just the other day. And then you just make waves like this. And when you get to the end of the line, you keep going to make a point. And then you do the same thing on the other side, making all of these come out as far as the others. And then same thing on this one, bump and bump and bump. And then I ran out of lines, so I finish. And then I come back and back and back to the middle. And out, and I ran out of lines, so I finish, and back, and back. See how easy that is? How beautiful and easy. So then you just color it in. In fact, it's probably better to choose a different green to color the inside, so that you can see the line you did. And this is my other trick for coloring things, I'm doing a bad job right now, is to use my finger as a bumper, so that I don't color outside the lines. So if you just leave your finger there, you bump into it, instead of going outside the lines, instead of having to be careful there, you just bump into your finger. That's my tip for coloring inside the lines, on the side where your other hand is. The other side, you have to be a little more careful, or turn your paper around. But at least it saves half the work. Alright, that's my super easy holly berries tutorial. Alright, Modern Player would like a live stream on the weekend, and she's a girl, good to know, not that it matters. And I don't know about weekends, but I probably will. I did one on a Friday night last week, and now today's Tuesday. I've got quite a few people turning up on a Tuesday. Melanie G says, have a good night from Nova Scotia. You too. And yeah, I see there's quite a few people stuck it up. Kelly Miles makes drawing so easy for you. I'm glad. Thank you. And so, yeah, I don't know when the next live stream is going to be, but please tell your friends about my channel and draw along with me and join my live streams and comment on my videos and subscribe to my channel. I bet you already have. Hopefully everybody here is a subscriber. Pretty sure. And please comment every time I have a new video. I love reading the comments. That's my favorite thing actually about, besides the drawing, it's reading the comments. So I try to reply to most of the comments that I get, and that's awesome. So I think that's it. Thanks for sticking it out. I hope you enjoyed drawing emojis. Did you draw them? That's another question I have. I wonder how many people just watch the tutorials for fun and how many of you draw them while I'm drawing. Not just during live streams, but you know, videos in general. So that'd be interesting. YouTube has a new feature called polls, and some people get to put polls on their YouTube channels, but I don't have it yet. So when I have it, I'm asking that question. So thanks for watching, everyone. We're finishing up our live stream, and I'm just about to disconnect. So finish up your chat. You just have a few more seconds, and we're gonna say goodbye. See you later.